We're here at Murray's Corner, a short drive from the nation's capital, Canberra.
A city known for its politics and backstabbing is about to host the greatest political game of all. The contestants will have to battle the elements as well as each other if they want to survive. They must learn to adapt or they will be voted out. In the end, only one will remain to claim the $200 prize.
"16 contestants, 2 days, 1 survivor." Come on in, guys.
I'm not going to tell people I'm a massive fan of the game. I've spent a lot of hours and even the last sort of year in preparation for Survivor.
Not knowing what is going to happen, it can be quite frightening, but as I tell all my kids, go in with an open mind, have a go, and you never know what could happen. So I think I just need to take that mantra of mine that I give to all my students and actually put it into action.
I think I'm probably going to play too hard. I think I'm going to try some crazy stuff just because I'm here to play a game, I want to have fun.
I'm not the type of person who would deceive people, and I always tend to put other people first. So I'm going to have to kind of carry that through Survivor and try to work out how to put myself first to make sure I can win the game.
I think I got a lot of everything. I feel like I got a lot of physical strength. I'm not gonna lie, I like showing these off.
I'm very good at reading people, and being a photographer, I see micro expressions that other people don't see. I can figure out if someone's lying well quicker than the average person.
Okay, welcome to the very first season of Survivor Canberra. So firstly, we'll introduce ourselves. This is Liv and I'm Dan, and we are your hosts for Survivor Canberra. And one of you is about to take home the total cash prize of $200 and the title of Sole Survivor.
Okay, over here on the left-hand side, we have the red tribe, the Bimbiang tribe. In Ngunnawal language, Bimbiang means the shield. And over here on our right, we have the blue tribe. That's the Gadali tribe. In Ngunnawal language, Gadali means to hunt.
We're going to start with our very first challenge. But the catch is, it's going to be 1v1. And Bimbiang, you're going to choose who plays from Gadali, and Gadali, you're going to choose who plays from Bimbiang. Do you want to know what you're playing for?
Yeah!
In this challenge, one member of Gadali will take on one member of Bimbiang in a classic game of tug of war. To win, they must pull the other person the whole way across the line. The winner of the challenge takes home the first reward for their tribe in the form of hot coffee, tea and juice, as well as the better camp.
Who is going to play from the Gadali tribe? Janine, come on out.
Come on up, Janine.
And blue tribe. And blue tribe, Gadali, who are you choosing from the red tribe?
Lara.
Survivors ready? Go!
Janine's almost there. You've got to get it the whole way across, Janine. Well, Lara's trying to come back to you. Janine needs to really dig in now.
Not giving up. Janine has got a big advantage to Lara.
Janine really has to dig in and pull her over the line. Gadali, raise the reward.
I don't know, I'm having a headache, I'm having the best day, feeling a bit dizzy, and I think that played a little bit against me. We all
want to be here, but if you're not feeling great, it's okay to not be okay and say, hey, well, maybe it's just gonna be me, and that doesn't mean you are weak. It's okay to show yourself vulnerable, I think.
I'm sort of pleased we got the first challenge done. Shocked that they chose me to do it. I think they did it because I'm older, but underestimated the strength I have. So I may be older, but yes, did it. They're tugging on heartstrings. They're playing strategic. Their team name means shield, and our team name, I think it was fight or what have you. And I thought it's just a great definition of the team because I thought we're going to beat them. The shield can only hold you for so long. Really like our team. I'm pleased that the team that they've got us into, we've got a mix of everyone in there, so we're going to be, not only will be strength, we'll be brains as well. So we've got tea, coffee and juice.
I feel great. I feel like a little sort of, I'm not gonna lie, it hits my ego that I'm like, oh, I didn't win. It was Janine who won, who was lovely and awesome and did well in the tug of war, but yeah, I'm happy. Maybe it's just the juice in me. The coffee's good. I feel good. I feel like this is a great way to start your Survivor game.
When we took the tarp out of the basket, there was a very obvious rolled up piece of parchment on the bottom that we all saw. And so then Janine picked it up and sort of said, oh, okay, let's read this out loud. We had a bit of joking about, oh, maybe we should, keep it secret, but you can't do that when everyone in the tribe has seen it.
Alright, we're doing this.
I think so. Anyone want a souvenir? Anyone want a souvenir?
No, I'm okay.
So we went back to camp, and in this bucket that we got given with a tarp in it, there was a clue down the very bottom. And so straight away everybody saw it, and then Janine just happened to be the one there, and she was like, oh, there's a little note. And so just completely, out in the open, everybody saw this note. So we had a great little a tribal viewing of this immunity idol clue, and we found out that there's an idol at our very first tribal council.
It'd be nice if it was sunny.
Yeah.
Sunny, but look, it's good, it's not raining. Yeah.
Touch wood.
It's alright.
As a collective, we kind of just announced that we know about it. Everybody is obviously conscious that it'll be there somewhere. So if somebody finds it, perhaps we'll announce it all together. But that's the plan. We'll see if somebody finds it and can easily or sneakily put it in their pocket and walk away.
Maybe possibly. That's the goal. Yeah. Good work.
I'm tempted to go for it, but I don't think it would be a clever move to take it and hide it. Everybody knows it's there, so it's kryptonite.
Originally from Melbourne, but
I think this sort of attitude right now is, it's a tribe idol, let's all find it for the tribe! Yay!
in the little bucket with the tarp, I saw this, which I grabbed out and stuck in my pocket beforehand. So I haven't read it yet. Okay, great. So it's a hidden immunity idol clue. The salvation you seek will be hiding at your first tribal council. Shit. Don't rest on your laurels. Search low, not high. Search under, not over. Make sure you don't get caught in your pursuit, otherwise you might be the next one to get the boot. Fuck. Okay, cool. That's great. That's horrifying. So that has me under the assumption that it'll be like, there'll be one for each tribe, maybe? Because it says at your first tribal, not at the first tribal. I would rather keep to myself, but it might be, I think I want to vibe with everybody and kind of figure out where everyone's head is at. Because if I click with someone really, really well that I can trust them to grab this, and I know that like it would be like beneficial for both of us, I might tell someone. But I guess we'll have to kind of wait and see, because I really don't know how everybody else is going to react.
So we got back to our new camp. We've spent time setting up our shelter and all that, you know, all pitching in, working together. The tribe's gelling pretty well. So we lost the tug of war when Lara got pulled over. She's not feeling well, so I can see if we lose that it would be pretty much a unanimous boot there, if that's the way we wanted to go, which could be the nice easy option, or I might see it as a time to take out a bigger challenge threat for me later. So I find anybody who actually knows me prior to this is a big threat to me. They know the way I operate, they know my reputation, so I'd prefer that nobody knew me, so I may start picking off anybody who knows me.
You're so good at this. I doubt it's letter or something.
So,
Oh, I love this.
Driving car.
Yeah.
The camp is looking good, and it's a bit wobbly, and I don't know, when it rains, we'll see how it stays.
I'm going to remember that now because of the car and the lead.
Good.
See, I need associations, otherwise I don't get them.
I'm vibing with most of them, and yeah, just socializing.
Well, she's not Carlene, she must be...
Charlie. Yeah! I thought it was... Oh.
No, we're waiting.
Sorry. I think the guy in the pink shirt, what's his name? So bad. And the girl, what's her name? I don't really... actually, I remember a few. I think Laura... I suck at names. Sorry.
I have done so much smiling and it's killing me. I am dead inside and so tired, but I have to pretend to be like nice and bubbly and everything, and oh my god, it's killing me.
Oh god. Girlfriend on the floor.
Brendan and I are not great. Anyway, that's tea for another day. But I know Brendan, so it is kind of like, I don't know what he's gonna do because he's a very seemingly shady villain type.
Don't worry, I'm on the same boat.
Yeah,
I'm just going with the flow.
I like Isaac. I think he's really lovely and like innocent. I love innocent men in this game. Oh my god, innocent men in this game are like my favorite because they're so cool to get with, and then you can just kind of maneuver through with them. So I'm trying to be nice with him.
we should all walk in a nice, neat line, Isaac.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Strong tribe.
We are one.
But we're just waiting for our leader.
Who are we waiting on?
The guy with the flag.
Oh yes.
He has to be in front.
Laura, she surprised me a little bit by how badly she did in that first challenge. She did have a bad headache, so obviously that probably made her a bit weak, but we'll see how she goes. Oh look, if we lose the first immunity challenge and it comes down to whether it was a physical component and she still didn't do as good and maybe I didn't do as good, I would push for that, yeah, to try and save me.
Come on in, guys.
Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to your first immunity challenge. Who's excited?
Yeah.
So this is what you're playing for. This is tribal immunity. So with this, you are safe, no one goes home. If you lose the challenge, you are not safe. You are going to tribal council and someone will be the first person voted out of Canberra Survivor. Are we ready to get to the challenge?
Yeah!
So we are playing an Australian Survivor favourite today. We are playing charades.
In this challenge, tribes will face off in a game of charades. Working in pairs, one player must act out 4 different Australian animals. The other player must place the animal cards in the correct order in which they are acted out. The person to raise their hand and have all 4 animals correct and in the right order wins a point for their tribe. The first tribe to 5 points wins immunity. The tribe that loses has a date with Dan and I at Tribal Council, and someone will be the first person voted out of Survivor Canberra.
Okay, for immunity, Survivor's ready.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yes.
Let's do it.
What do you got, Rose?
Okay. Go, got some acting happening over here.
You can come back in. Yep.
Yeah.
Come back in if you need to. Alright, Rosemary making some progress here. Colleen checking again.
Check. Check.
Keegan first.
Bimbiang wins the first point. Okay, guys. So we got Bimbiang 1, Godali zip. You ready for the second point? Okay, come on down. Roll it down.
Alex making some wriggly movements. Not really sure what that is just yet. Ben having to check again. Alex, nice and close. Close and personal.
Bit of confusion here at Bimbiang. I need to have a look.
Alex checking again. Waste valuable time. Ben checking again.
Okay, hold up.
Check.
Godali wins. Okay, so we've got Bimbiang 1, Godali 1. Okay, alright, Survivors ready? Let's go.
Jeremy and Aston versus Lara and Brendan. It's 1-all. It's a vital point. Lara, there's a bit of confusion about what the animals are, maybe.
Sorry.
Lara needing to check again. Lara on the ground, commitment to the cause. We love to see it.
Yep. Hold up.
Check. Well done, guys. Doesn't mean it's right.
Godali wins their second point.
It is right.
Well done.
Didn't want to give up.
Okay, that's Godali 2, Bimbiang 1. Alright. Survivors ready? Let's go.
Alright, I've got Brad and Dom versus Isaac and Ashley. Godali have taken the lead. Bimbiang can catch up here.
That's some good acting there.
Isaac checking again. Ashley's losing her pieces with the win.
Yep. Another check here.
Dom checking again. We're very close.
Isaac coming back.
It's going to be a tight one. Isaac checking again.
Can I say reset the third one? Is that allowed? Or?
That's
not the point. What? Yeah, just go. Okay. Good.
Isaac on the ground. Love that.
Check's here on the ground over here.
Check over here.
Oh, check here. Stop. Everybody stop. That is incorrect.
Keep going.
Even with help.
Oh, it's like Isaac's checking.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, mate. Oh, Isaac, not sure.
Isaac checking again. Both players.
Yeah.
A little bit lost.
Okay,
Oh,
everybody stop.
got one.
That is incorrect. Keep going. Go. Do four. Leave. Oh, sorry. Yep.
Another check.
Need another check?
Yep. Am I able to?
No, you're not able to tell them.
Oh, that's. Check now.
Okay, hold
Brad
on.
thinks
check.
he's got it.
Got it. Kidali!
Yeah.
Third point.
I didn't know how to do sea line.
Alright.
So that's Kidali 3,
Dali 3.
Bimbiang
Yeah,
1.
whale
You guys need to pick it up. Okay. Survivors ready? Let's go!
Emily with an earlier start here. Rosemary making some progress by the looks of it. Both girls needing to check. Fighting for
a bit of rough and
position.
tumble here on the check. No interference from behind. Check, hang on, hold on.
Check over on Red Tribe.
Okay, that's Bimbiang 2, Kidali 3. Kidali, you still need 2 more points. Bimbiang, you need 3 more points. Okie dokie. Survivors ready? Yep. Let's go. Ooh, keep getting on the ground. Oh, gee, I'm liking that over there.
Alex checking. Ben looking confident so far. Doing a great job.
Yes!
Check over on Red Tribe. Stop, Janine. Stop, Janine.
Alright, we're all tied up. 3 and 3.
You got this, guys.
Survivors ready? Let's go.
Alright, Bimbiang making a comeback. Can they keep the roll going? Jeremy and Aston versus Lara and Brendan once again. Aston losing some
Ooh, a bit of a
cards.
loss over there, yeah.
Lara doing a great job acting out, but she needs to check again. Jeremy checking again. Lara checking for the second time. That might waste valuable time. Jeremy looking slightly confused.
Okay,
but
stop.
I think they've got it.
Everybody stop. Kidali, we have 1 point. Okay, well done, Kidali.
You got this, guys.
So that's Bimbiang 3,
That wasn't true.
Kidali 4. 1 more point for Kidali for immunity. Survivors ready? Let's go.
Alright, match point for Gadali. Can they seal it here and win immunity for their tribe? Brad and Dom versus Isaac and Ashley once again. Dom and Brad proved you very effective last time. Dom doing another check. Isaac doing another check. A lot of checks last time with these teams. Dom's putting a lot into it. Ashley needs a check.
Stop. Bimbia! Yeah! Once again, we are all tied up. 4 and 4.
That was good.
Well done, Bimbia.
Alright, we've got this guy. Kill it.
Okay. For the first immunity of Canberra Survivor. Survivors ready? Let's go. Check. Okay, everybody stop.
Alright, well done Vivian. Hard for challenge. Came back and won. Congratulations. You are safe and nobody going home, so you can head on out. Gadali, I have nothing for you unfortunately, but you will have to go to the first tribal council and one of you will be the first person voted out on Canberra Survivor. Head on out.
I was super disappointed when we lost the challenge. We had 3 to their 1 at one stage that I was really hopeful that we'd be able to pull the last 2, but we didn't. I'm very nervous. I feel like I might be on the bottom.
I'm gonna grab some water.
Like an ETA? Is there like
I'll find the water well with you.
Yeah, I have an empty water bottle. I'm just gonna go.
Brad, Ashton, Rose and Dom all walked off to fill water bottles. And I felt like they were the guys in control of it, so I felt like the rest of us were on the lower scale, which worries me a bit, but I'm hoping that they were just going to chat and hopefully we can split them up.
And it's 4 and 4. Yeah. They've just gone off on 4, so we've just got 4 teams that we know of ready to go.
It's disappointing that we've lost, but I think everyone gave it a red hot go. I think watching the other team and their strategies, they probably worked a little bit better.
The easiest one to throw out there, if you look at the challenge, you'd say, okay, who perhaps is the weakest in the challenge? And you could maybe go one of either Brad's and Dom. Yeah, and I think that's an easy throwaway comment just to.
We're thinking Dom. He was somebody I could throw under the bus because he wasn't very good at the challenge. I feel really bad because I didn't feel like we had anybody who was really bad at the challenge. They just were really super good at it.
Is there like someone who you're particularly worried about?
Well, I think we need to pick off the weakest at the moment.
Okay.
Do you think okay,
Because what happens with the next challenge?
Yeah, well, I mean,
who was the weakest in that challenge?
Well, either Dom or Brad.
Yeah.
Right, so then if we come to a massive challenge, who will be the strongest?
Brad's.
Yeah. So you think just from a pure physical, challenge perspective, the less we come to immunity, or the less we go to tribal council, the better it is for all of us.
100%.
So collectively, as a Dom, do you think you should be the best person to speak to Rose about this? Like you would just say, hey Rose, what do you reckon of this?
Yeah, I can go have a chat.
Yeah.
Even if several of us,
Yeah.
if you want to come with me,
sure,
we'll chat.
Yeah.
To Rose and see what she's thinking, where
see if we can find out who's
Yeah.
skiing the boat and
We've
stuff.
got to find,
Yeah,
See,
I think
don't
that-
give out who they say yet.
Yeah. Ask
Because
Rose, see what she
might
probes
miss
out
it.
with. Because
Yeah.
if she says
Yeah.
Dom, it's that. And if I might speak to Ashton, only because I feel like a bit of a connection to Ashton.
Yeah.
Only because I'm trying to figure out who. I was like, hey man, what do you reckon the go is amongst the people that went to
no,
water?
go talk
And I'll report back to
go talk and even say yes
Yes,
to what
yeah,
they want to do.
yeah.
Because that makes them think that they've got you on.
Part of their team, so
Right.
agree to what they want to do.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
just go along the ride because I
And
think
then
that
sort of
would be the most smart thing. Because I like the worst thing you could do is be like, no, I'm not
But-
going to do that and walk away from it.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. Like they know we're talking here.
Yeah, I know exactly, and that's just
Like,
where
and
you
we
need-
know-
well, the line has like quite quickly drawn, so I'm okay with that, considering that I think we have a Rose number on our
Hopefully.
side. Yeah.
So should we be doing anything? Like, I always feel like taboo, like bringing it
I
up.
know, it's hard, eh?
I know, but
It makes sense. It makes
should.
sense.
If they're coming in, if they announce at the beginning of the game, like, what about we work together, we know each other.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. Even though, like, look, they're both awesome people. Janine was a badass in the tug of war challenge. Like, it feels.
I do feel a little bad running around.
It is like really we're doing the old lady throw.
It's less
I mean,
about
do
that,
we do
though.
the old-
It's less about, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is like strictly on the sort of
we're trying to
game
think of, like,
situation of like,
and like we're trying to split a pair.
yeah.
That we assume is a pair, that seems like a pair. I know,
Yeah.
well, she said it was a pair.
I mean, it's
like,
almost
they-
so.
Even if they know each other,
It's so
weird.
bad. It's like.
I don't know if Janine is really up in the. I don't know if.
But is she a threat? This is the thing. Is Jeremy more of a threat?
I think, honestly,
split the
all cards
pairing.
down the table,
Yeah.
I do think that Jeremy is one of the more. Like, he probably is.
I think
more
he's
of a threat.
charismatic.
He's in a lot of,
We were talking about splitting up Jeremy and Janine because they pretty openly said that they would work together in front of us. And then we felt that Jeremy is a bit more of a threat. I definitely think that too. I think Janine's going to be pretty easy to read. So we thought was pitch for Jeremy, which I need to talk to Emily about because our cover story is Janine and our backup is Janine, and that's the only name I volunteered so far.
I think at least I reckon at least,
Yeah.
you know, that's what it was.
Four.
Yeah.
Well, who do we want to outfit?
Cool.
I think I can pull Emily, or I can at least try.
Cool, anyway. Like,
I made like a little 4-person alliance with Rose, Brad, and Dom. But I don't know how, it was just a quick, alright, we're at the water well, let's form something, let's come up with a name, let's play it.
Yeah.
Which we want to decide on.
Decided on that.
I think like the most positive reaction is Jeremy. But, like, what do you think? What do you think? I'm just throwing that out.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what the discussion's
Sounds
going.
good.
I'm on board.
Sweet. Cool.
Rose and Emily have formed together and they're really very strong, and I think Jeremy is their target because they want to split up Jeremy and Janine because there's rumors that they might be a duo, but I don't really think they're working together at all. So I think Jeremy's in big trouble unless he can somehow get some votes for someone else.
Purely like coincidence with all what like coming here together. Dom, I think is probably the easy one that we just kind of spoke about.
Like,
Did you guys say the same? Like,
we hadn't quite. We were just chatting and then we came here and we were like, oh, like, chat through.
yeah.
Yeah, like it's like super hard.
Yeah, it's
I hate doing
I
the
hate
first.
first one's
Yeah.
tough. Mostly the first.
You feel so mean. No. And you're also so worried it's you. Like,
Yeah, no, exactly.
When you guys decide on, like, you guys go, I hate to suggest it, but like, we kind of landed with the older person thing. Which, I mean, I feel a bit morally, mixed about that, but
I would rather Jeremy stay. I think Jeremy's someone that I could work with, but I just don't think the rest of the alliance, the rest of the tribe wants to, I think they see him as a big threat and they want to cut him, but I just think there's bigger threats on the board right now, and I think I'd rather get out like Emily or Rose, honestly.
and I felt like you guys were on the top and we were on the bottom.
I think that's way too big a threat to keep him in there, So I want to split them up, but I don't think I can get the votes, honestly, this time.
So that she's a family member in the other team.
I would love to get him.
That's the one I want to do. If we could get the votes on Emily,
Yeah.
that would be great.
It's all
I
good.
think me, you, Jeremy, I don't know who, I haven't talked to Brad or Dom properly yet, at least since our first conversation.
Sure.
But yeah, I think Emily would be best. Yeah. I'm happy to go with Emily.
Yeah.
We'll split up Emily and Rose.
Mind if I mosey in?
Yeah, do it. I think probably just picking up from when you had to duck out.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of like talking about your conversation. Yeah. And is there a preference?
So we're saying before.
Brad is a bit quiet. Brad is like probably like this another like a character you can definitely underestimate. I think he is quite intelligent. You know, he's got that ability to sort of observe, watch, and make really good judgments. Probably. So I think I want to be partly aligned with him. The closer I can get to him, maybe that the less likely it is that he'll, you know, eventually sort of vote me out. Maybe.
I need voice.
Who are you voting?
I'm so worried. So the thing I heard is Emily is Keegan's brother who destroyed us. Oh, Keegan's sister, sorry. Who destroyed us in the challenge. So.
Oh! Right.
So they was concerned that swap or merge, and then she flips.
Okay.
But like I just don't want to be voted out. I'll do whatever.
I'm gonna go with what will give me majority heading forward, get me safe, get me allies, and hopefully it's not me.
100%. Yeah. I don't know though. It's true or not. Hi, Don.
Hello. I feel like I'm intruding.
No, Tony, you're never intruding. We just
We
found
are
out some
one
information
team.
that we weren't aware of.
What's the information?
Well, you tell us. So what are your plans? Your little awesome foursome?
The foursome that went out to water. We just like talked. Like it was just like a lot of like. It was a lot of umming and ahhing. Like, what about this?
don't want
this
anyone
We're
to
not going to
die.
name anyone in our little circle that we went down to go and get water with. This was like,
Yeah.
any names, man? Oh, I feel like, always feel rude to ask.
No, exactly. I mean, it's all part of it. I think an element of the name has been thrown out. So, and that's for no other superficial reason other than just future physical challenges.
Future physical challenges. Yeah.
And that's just probably the easiest. It's all like first person getting voted out is harsh and it's awful. But I think that if that's the easiest one, and as a consensus we all go to that, without sort of skewing everything. Yeah.
If I found the idol at the tribal, it goes into my pocket and I say nothing.
I mean, have we also announced how we would deal with the idol?
Yeah.
Like say for example, if Janine grabs it, does that mean that we're completely like F?
I don't know. Do we like throw it into the fire? Do we?
That's a statement.
Like that is a statement of we're all on equal ground. We all found the idol together. We're just going to get rid of this cursed challenge.
I know that everyone knows about the idol. The idol clue was read out to the whole tribe. I might try to get that for myself and be really sus about it. Who knows?
You guys
For the record, please, just let you know, I'm not in alliance with Jeremy. I called him in earlier. I actually not. I've only met him one at a games night. So I'm not in alliance, so I'm not a threat. So don't think there's anything underhanding going.
I mean, anyone's in trouble at this stage, especially when you haven't had a lot of time to get to know each other.
Good morning, guys.
We'll review first tribal council. Go and get a torch. In this game, fire represents your life. Once your fire is out, so are you. Have a seat. Alright, welcome to your very first tribal council. Janine, what's the feeling like back at Canberra after you lost the challenge?
It was very low. So it's sad.
Right.
Very sad that we were so far ahead. We lost it, but anyway, we can come back from that.
Alex, why did you lose the challenge?
tactics, strategies, I think the red team just were better with the actions. They were just faster. They got all the forward done, then bang, 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 and then whoever was kicking just knew the action straight up. Right. Didn't really have to run back to live to get the answers.
When we got back to camp, I don't know, just like you did feel the mood change because we lost on charades. The silliest Survivor challenge ever is charades. I don't think I'll be able to show my face at another game tonight, but there was like a somber mood, like one of us has to go. We all enjoy Survivor, or at least like the idea of Survivor. It might be like terrible weather today, but we all want to stay and play the game, and that's how it is.
Dom, you seem pretty frustrated. Do you think, was there anyone in particular that you think caused your loss, or has there been any chat around that kind of thing?
There hasn't been much chat on the challenge front because, again, it is like an arbitrary sort of like party game challenge. There's not much strategy other than, can you impersonate a jellyfish better than anyone else? Or a sea lion. I think that one will be a sore spot for me going forward, just seeing sea lions, watching a David Attenborough documentary. Yeah, but there hasn't been much, long story short, hasn't been much challenge chat.
Jeremy, did people break off into groups when you got back to camp, or did everyone stay together?
Yeah, people did break off, and I think that was just obviously, it was a direct correlation to what had happened. We just lost a challenge, we're going to tribal council, so things really have to start moving pretty quickly, and it did. Immediately, there was like a four that went to grab water, a four that stayed behind, and I'm not going to read necessarily into those sort of lines where they're drawn, but it just obviously meant like that's when the switch, I felt, was flicked, and that, you know, conversations are happening. So really, if there's any time to say something, it's like now's the time to do it.
So do you think this early into the game, Jeremy, that there are alliances being formed from alliances in your team?
I'd like to think there are, I mean, in a very like superficial way, that there are ways that we're getting to know each other. And as a result, if you feel a connection with someone, it's likely that you would like to work with them. And you know, like it was kind of funny that just before we came here, Janine just did announce before everyone and be like, just want to let everybody know that I am not in alliance with Jeremy. And so it was like, it was almost had to be stated, but that to me would therefore define that a lot of conversation was around about alliances, and that there was a little bit of who's working with who, and you know, and that's natural. This is just completely on getting to know someone, wanting to work with someone, and see how far we can go.
And Emily, has there been any talk of idols this early in the game?
Yeah, well, when we went back to camp, we came across the idol clue that was at Tribal, which is currently in my possession. So
did you just get that? What happened? Take me through that.
I came in and saw it underneath and just pulled it there.
Which I think we all agreed upon, that
Yeah.
like when we do get there, yeah, someone's going to get it, and then even just like conversation beginning, it was like, well, Emily, I feel like you'd be the safest to have that one.
Yeah, hopefully that means I'm not playing one.
So let's talk about first impressions. How important has first impressions been in deciding who you vote for? Is it?
I don't think it's. I think it's more of. I don't think it's based on first impressions much. I think you can see which players are like more in game, which ones are. I guess their clocks are ticking, so like their mind is going, and you can tell which ones are going to pose a threat at some stage in the game. So I think, personally, I think that's where I'm voting.
And Brad, how does Emily just being the idol and publicly announcing it factor into the vote tonight, if at all?
I mean, I think we all saw her get it. We all knew the idol was here. We all know she has it. I think it's a tribal idol at this point because we all know about it.
Do you think that's true?
I think so, and I don't think it'll factor into the vote.
Okay. Rosemary, what's the reasoning for your vote today?
The reasoning for my vote is based on conversations that I've discussed, come to an agreement. And I think the secondary reason would be just thinking a little bit longer term at what you might want the game to look like, what you might like to make the players to look like. I mean, absolutely nothing personal. If anything, it is that kind of reverse compliment situation.
Who could be a threat? Who could?
Yeah, I mean, I just personally think it's not what you though, which makes it harder.
Is everyone a friend here?
I think it's but I guess it just depends what you think is threatening you versus like
What kind of
might be a threat to someone else.
Tom, what's the reason for your vote?
The reasoning for my vote is to make sure that I stay another day. Like, I'm just going for like the name that I'm hearing, and it's just like, as long as it's not Dom, I do not want to see Dom in the paper. That's it. That is it. Like,
With that, time to vote. Alex, you're up first.
I'm choosing him. It's more of a strategic play. I just feel moving forward, I think he could sway either way. So I'm just removing sort of the weakest link in our team. So my vote's for Dom.
If this works out, it'll be to try and split up two people who know each other and eliminate someone who's really charismatic. You know, and I think would be a threat socially and strategically down the line. Wow. Been so many names coming up.
This is to split up the pair. If she uses the idol, oh well, get the idol out of the game.
Okay, we'll get the votes. Alright, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Mine's not hidden anymore.
Alright, well with that, we'll read the vote. First vote, Dom.
What did I do to you?
Second vote, Dom. That's two votes, Dom. Third vote, Emily. Two votes, Dom. One vote, Emily. Fourth vote, Emily. Two votes, Dom. Two votes, Emily. We are tied. Fifth vote, Emily. Three votes, Emily. Two votes, Dom. Next vote, Jeremy. Three votes, Emily. Two votes, Dom. One vote, Jeremy. Next vote, Jeremy. So that's three votes, Emily. Two votes, Dom. Two votes, Jeremy. Final vote. Jeremy. We have a tie. So, what happens in a tie is that Emily and Jeremy are in a tie. You will not vote. Everyone else, you need to re-vote and either vote for Emily or Jeremy. Alex, you're up. Oh, can you take the phone with you?
Yeah.
Bro, I do not know what's going on.
Goat and my flush out an idol.
Okay, we'll get the votes. First vote, Jeremy. Second vote, Emily. One vote, Jeremy. One vote. Third vote, Jeremy. Two votes, Jeremy. One vote, Emily. Fourth vote, Emily. 2 votes Emily, 2 votes Jenny. 5th vote, Jeremy. 3 votes Jeremy, 2 votes Emily. Last vote. We've got another tie. Emily. So what happens in this case is we will have a quick discussion. We need group consensus on who we're going to vote out. Otherwise, we are making Emily and Jeremy safe. Everyone else goes to rock. Whoever draws the odd rock will be moved out. So you have 30 seconds.
I'm not going to rock. Oh, she's over.
I'm not going to rocks. No one to rocks on the first one.
Well, you should.
You know what? Take her out. She hasn't played the idol. She hasn't played the idol. Take the idol out of the game.
Yeah, I vote Emily.
The idols for the team.
Take it out.
Send her out.
Take it out. It's going to be
There will
the
just
chalice.
be another idol.
Yeah.
Sorry, Emily. My vote's for you.
Yeah, you've got to get rid of it, and on top of that, there's a really strong connection that Emily has that I don't have anybody else.
What?
That means
Are you kidding?
we could play
No, I'm just saying that like that's just the way that
We need consensus,
I don't
by the
have-
way. We need
I'm
all
Emily.
you agree.
Emily.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, Emily.
Sorry, Emily.
Emily, try this one.
What's going on? Gone.
But it'll probably come back.
Alright, well, you flushed an idol, but I think you've proved that this guy is a bit of a mess with these votes. We have nearly
I
gone
think
to Ross
you agree, yeah.
in the first vote. I would suggest go back to camp, become more of a team, get everything together. You can have that.
Wow, I kind of expected that it was going to happen. I'm a big player and there were people that knew me, especially Rosemary. So I figured that when push came to shove, she'd be more willing to throw me under the bus than try and keep me on an alliance with her.
Emily, you didn't play the idol, so it's time for you to go.
It was a crazy vote. For a long time it was Dom being thrown out there and everyone was agreeing on Dom. Janine was put out there, but we'd swapped it off Janine. And yeah, then Jeremy's name came up and I was getting told that at the last minute. I was like, well, I've got to go Jeremy because I really haven't any connections except with Rosemary. And so I had to go that way, but I wasn't very confident that that's where everyone was going.